Hello friends, welcome to today's video, which is just going to be a little book haul, a little monthly book haul of things that I've gotten the last few weeks and just sharing them all with you. So I really haven't done that much book shopping at all in a bit, but I do have 3 subscription boxes, a pre-order that I got, some exclusive dust jackets that I got for series, and a few Bookish t-shirts that I wanted to share. So today's video really won't be too long, but you know, I have enough stuff here that I thought I should share it, and yeah, let's just take a look at this. So I am subscribed to quite a few book boxes, but I've been trying to be really selective this year about which ones I'm getting every month and which ones I'm skipping. And yeah, one of my biggest goals for this year has also been to really liberally skip book boxes. So there are a few missing from this that I did. I do tend to get more regularly. So book of the month, I decided to skip, just do a 3-month pause on my membership just to, you know, just spend a few months without getting it. I skipped my December and January Illumicrate, and I think that's it for right now that I don't have. Otherwise, I do have a few of my January subscriptions. I'm not sure if I think it's my January fairyloot. I have February Aardvark book box, which is a Canadian book subscription box, and I have my first Arcane Society box as well. So let's just take a look at those to start off with. So I did decide to pick up, or I got subscribed after being on the waiting list for such a long time. I finally got a subscription to the Arcane Society box, which actually is upside down. So this is a bi-monthly fantasy romance subscription box where every month they come out with, or every 2 months, they select an author and release 2 of their books in a special edition hardback. And I am a huge fantasy romance person. I love all the editions I've seen, and I'm really excited to finally start trying them. So I know that this one is an author that I've really liked before, and I did skip the February one because I wasn't as interested, and that is kind of how I'm going to be going forward with this one. Is any authors that I'm interested in having the books for, I will get. I do know as well they do special editions of books, so I will definitely be keeping my eye out for some, and I did pre-order one already, which will be in sometime in March. So yeah, this is the December-January box, and let's open it up and take a look. So the featured author for this month was Grace Draven, who I've read from before. I really liked her book. I think it was Radiance. I read it a month or 2 ago and really liked it. So first off, we have 2 art pieces from the books that were selected. So 1 and 2. Not sure, I'll have to see if this corresponds to the covers, if it's similar at all. We have just like a little letter from the author, and there is a pin, which this is super pretty too. I don't really know ever what to do with these pins, but I have quite a few. So let's look at the books. We have Master of Crows and Entreat Me. I really like the format of these hardbacks. So Master of Crows, here is the artwork, the sprayed edges, and yeah, and then there's just like a little bit of artwork on the inside there. I think these are really gorgeous. I really love like when they just imprint a design directly on the hardback. So this is Master of Crows, and then Entreat Me is the second one. So again, artwork is stunning. Really pretty sprayed edges, and then just a little bit of artwork inside. So I have not read either of these, and I actually don't know what the synopsis is of these, but they are fantasy romance, and I really am excited to get to these. I'm just like so happy to have these on my shelf because these are so stunning. And yeah, definitely impressed with my first month of the Arcane Society. Okay, and the next subscription I have is Aardvark Book Club. So this is a Canadian-based subscription box where every month you have the choice of 5 new release hardbacks. And usually what I'm enjoying a lot about this one is that they tend to be, for the most part, lesser known books. So things that maybe would not be big enough to be a selection for, say, Book of the Month, or authors that aren't as well known. So a lot of new releases, not new releases, a lot of debut authors, and just very interesting choices. And I am incredibly excited about the books that I selected this month because they are both very anticipated reads for me. And yeah, so it's, I think, 28 Canadian a month, and then you have the option to add on other hardbacks for $13.99 a month. So, you know, it's I always say that it is such a good deal to add these books on, so I can never say no. And yeah, this month I got 1 book and then added on another one. So let us look. And the first book that I chose is A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams. This is the second book that I'll have read from her, which the first one being 7 Days in June, one of my favorite romance releases that I've really ever read. So I am very, very excited that she's coming out with a new book, and it has very much been anticipated for me. And of course, this one is a love story as well. It seems like it is an artist who is the daughter of like a really, really rich dynasty. And she is kind of like the outcast of the family because she really doesn't fit in with the family mold. And she decides to move into like just try out a different type of life and move somewhere new, and leaving behind like all of her family wealth and all of the connections that she has just to open up her own flower shop. And when she's there, she meets a handsome, mysterious stranger. I'm excited. And then I have another really anticipated release of mine, which is The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. So I've never read anything by him. I do own several of his books, and I have heard many, many fantastic things about his writing. So, you know, I'm ready to dive into some new releases. I'm ready to dive into a new fantasy author, and one of my big goals for this year is I want to really, really get back into fantasy, where I feel like I have kind of been slacking on my fantasy love lately. So yeah, might as well have all of the new releases that I can. And reading the synopsis, literally the only thing that I think I need to share about this one is it's a Holmes and Watson style detective duo taking stage in this fantasy with a mystery twist. That is enough to make me be really excited, be really interested. And yeah, I like when my fantasy has like a little, like I love when there's like a little thriller aspect in a fantasy book or some kind of mystery to be solved. So yes, I am really, really, really excited to get to this one. And I have a fairyloot box. So I get, right now, I'm getting the combo, so I get the book only adult monthly box and the book only YA box. So I get a combo of the two of them every month. And I do think that will be changing soon. So fairyloot has announced that they are coming out with a romantasy book subscription box. And I think I'm going to switch it so that I'm getting the adult box and the romantasy combined. So they have options for all their different combinations. And while I do enjoy getting the YA books, I would say that I'm realizing that maybe like, I don't know, like 3 out of 10 of them at a time, or like of the last year out of the 12 books, I think there was 2 of them that I really, really liked and all of the others were okay. So those odds were kind of terrible. And yeah, I don't want to keep getting books that I don't like, even though I love the editions. So I do think that starting probably in March, I'll be only getting the adult fantasy book and the adult romantasy book. So this could be one of my last YA books. So let's see. I do think this is January. I might be wrong, but let us look at the books that we got. So to start, okay, so this is the YA book, and I hate this edition. I really don't like this one. So we have a Fragile Enchantment, and I really, really do not like how they did this edition. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this illustration, but here's the sprayed edges, and then this artwork, gorgeous. And I know I've seen this. I really like the naked hardback. That's probably what I'll keep on it. But also there is an alternative dust jacket that is very pretty as well. So I'm going to be either doing this one or just the naked hardback for it. In this one, we're following a dressmaker who's tasked with designing the prince's wardrobe for a royal wedding. But the magic in her blood that lets her stitch emotions and memories into the fabric is the same magic that will eventually kill her. So Kirsten alone, she finds herself drawn to the prickly cold prince, and an unlikely friendship begins to blossom into something more. Again, like I'm kind of a little like apprehensive going into YA books a lot of the time because they really are not my thing lately. Like overall, I'm not a huge YA reader, so we'll see. But yeah, this will definitely be one of the last YA books that I'm getting from fairyloot. And then we just have our adult book. So here we are. And we have The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. So I really like this cover. It is like a holographic writing, which is really cool. And oh, that's really pretty. Like the night sky and the town. That's really, really pretty. And we just have some character artwork, a foiled naked hardback, and an alternative dust jacket, which this really, really gives different vibes than this cover. So I don't really know what this one's about. And I don't know just the vibes of that alternative cover. I don't know if this is mine. Okay, so we're following a woman whose mother left to break a curse, never returned, and now this woman has to go find her mother because somebody is going to be taken for a punishment within her family, so she has to go find a way to break the curse, I guess. Okay, I don't know. I haven't heard anybody really talk about this one, to be honest, but the edition is really pretty, so we will see. And there should very soon be a video up where I'm reading 3 months of the Fairyloot adult books, which I do every few months, so now that I have 3 in, I will have one of those up very soon. I think I might also do a video reading all of the unread Fairyloot YA books that I have and just kind of get all of those unread before I decide to unsubscribe from that part. Okay, so those were it for the actual subscription boxes that I have, and now we're just going to get into a few of the other random books, I guess. So first off, I pre-ordered House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J Maas. Have not read it yet, and I'm very, very upset about this. I haven't had time to read it, but this is absolutely stunning edition, and I'm not going to talk about anything else about it because, you know, I think everybody knows what this book's about at this point. And next, the company Nerdy Inc. They do exclusive dust jackets for books, and they have recently announced that they're going to be closing their shop, so I decided to pick up one of the sets that I've been eyeing the most, and that is Lord of the Rings. So I bought the dust jackets and bought a new hardcover copy of them, and I do also have a dust jacket for The Hobbit, which I see right now. I just need to go buy a book for it, but let's share these 3 editions. So first off, we have The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. So I do think that these are still available on the site, but right now everything from Nerdy Inc. is 40% off, and they are fairly limited in what they have left in stock. So they have some very, very beautiful editions, and I would recommend checking them out, especially it's a fantastic price to get them. This was just the only one that I decided to personally pick up, but I am really, really happy because I've wanted a set of Lord of the Rings books for so long now, and this is just, yeah, it's one of my favorite editions I've seen of it, so really, really thrilled with this. And then all I have left is just a few Bookish t-shirts. So this was a romance collection that Bookbabe Design Shop came out with, and she created 4 different book t-shirts inspired by romance genres. So I decided to pick up all 4. This is the one I have on. It is Villain Lover Club. This one, pretty cute. Then there is Slow Burn Book Club, the Romance Readers Motel, and Enemies to Lovers Book Club. And the back of this one is really cute too. So yeah, I decided to pick up all of these. By the time this video is out, these won't be available any longer, but I would recommend following her Instagram because they do very limited release drops, and everything that I've found for them I've loved, because I have quite a few shirts at this point that I'm starting to collect because I love the illustrations that are done on all of them, and I find them super unique. So yeah, they are one of my favorite places to get bookish inspired shirts lately. And that is all I have to share for today. So I'm really happy that there's a bit less this month than last month, and I am trying to significantly cut down on how many books are coming in. So you will see that I'm being very liberal with skips of all of my subscriptions. I'm keeping a lot of them just because why not? If there is an edition that I really want, and especially subscriptions like Illumicrate allow you to skip basically non-stop. So figured I might as well stay subscribed, and if there's any I want, I will be available to get them. But yeah, that is all for today. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Lots of exciting videos coming soon. And thank you for being here today. Thank you for watching. And yeah, bye.